The demo for Funko Fusion dropped recently, and its first impressions are extremely dire. It opens on this mountain of pop culture waste as sickeningly somber music plays. While the shaders compile, you can play everyone's favorite game of how many references can you spot? When you're dropped into the game proper, you're given some very, very bare-bones narrative justification for a 3D action-adventure collectathon, then shuffled off to a level based on John Carpenter's 1982 classic, The Thing. Oh, and while you're there, you can also play as Mega Man or He-Man if you like. It's all comically tone-deaf. For context, The Thing is a horror masterpiece about individualist identity clashing against a hive mind which consumes and integrates people into its greater collective consciousness, playing on the most profound American fears. The whole film has an air of suffocating uncertainty up to the very end, and the way it builds tension is absolutely masterful. Mega Man likewise has its own mechanics, aesthetic, and visual identity, being a super stylized and tightly paced action platformer series set in a colorful techno-utopia, which is regularly besieged by cartoonishly evil villains. The juxtaposition of these two licenses is more than comical, it's grotesque, particularly as viewed through Funko's homogenized art style, which literally sands the edges off of character designs. This is peak corporate gentrification, trampling on the unique beauty of the original artwork and leaving slimy debris in its wake. This is a game where you can wander the frozen wastes as Mega Man, blasting human heads into the air as blood scatters everywhere. It's a game where you can pick up 1 out of 42 Jurassic Park references lying on the floor. It's a game where McCready gulps down Funko brand soda that he got out of a Funko brand fridge, then blasts people to pieces with a shotgun. It's all awful, and it shows no respect for any of its properties. This is reference culture at its finest, just a collection of shallow vignettes and familiar faces, missing all of their cultural context. All of that said, the gameplay is somehow really good, or maybe I shouldn't say somehow, because it's been developed and designed by industry veterans who have a deep love for this medium. Exploring the environment feels natural with just the right mixture of guidance and freeform pathfinding. The puzzles are actual puzzles, steadily introducing and remixing a variety of simple concepts to create something which requires observational acuity and video game know-how. The combat is simple and satisfying, requiring you to pay mind to spacing and range, but also featuring elements of resource management, courtesy of the consumable power-ups scattering the landscape. So I guess, overall, I hate Funko Fusion's face, and I hate its heart. I despise everything that it stands for, I despise its over-serious narrative, I despise its callous implementation of beloved franchises, and I despise that it's asking you to pay money for a glorified interactive advertisement. But in spite of that, I still enjoy playing it, and I look forward to the full release.